Thousands of demonstrators have descended on the city of Erfurt in eastern Germany to protest against the far-right Alternative for Germany party, which is holding a two-day convention. Demonstrators chanted as they blocked roads on their march toward the city center. They were met by a large police presence. There were scuffles and some arrests. The demonstrators arrived from several directions for rallies and sit-ins, all aimed at blocking or at least disrupting the AfD's weekend conference. The AfD, which is currently leading all other parties in opinion polls, re-elected its co-leaders at the convention, which will also serve as a strategy session ahead of upcoming regional elections, which could see the AfD win at the state level for the first time. AfD co-leader Alice Weidel had this to say to the protesters outside.
I say to the opposition parties who are fueling this hatred and incitement, and to the troublemakers out there on the doorstep, you won't bring us down. On the contrary, we're getting stronger and bigger all the time.
We have reporters inside and outside the convention center following this story for us. DW political correspondents Matthew Moore and Paul Yeager. Let's go first to Matthew, who's covering events from inside the convention center. Matthew, the conference got underway today, of course. What's going on inside? What's the AfD party focusing on this weekend?
Michael, you have to remember the build-up to this meeting has been one full of warnings that Antifa wanted to storm the meeting itself, that they were going to set fires outside, that they were going to throw rocks, etc. And there was also about warnings about a potentially explosive debate in the hall behind me, and that's because in the build-up there was factions within the AfD that said that they wanted the AfD to review its rules on keeping out neo-Nazis and white supremacists, and that could have been potentially pretty explosive for us, as you mentioned, a party that's sitting top of the polls and that is trying to normalise and really project itself as a party for the people, right? So they decided not to have that debate today. And so in a sense, the meeting began without those huge attempts to storm the meeting, the party conference. The meeting began on time. That's unusual. And it's been rather unremarkable. The co-leaders were re-elected. That's unsurprising. And there was none of that debate that had been promised in the days before. And really the message here is that one of hope, looking at those key elections in the east of the country, Michael, where the AfD, in one particular state at least, is looking like it could even win an absolute majority, be in a position to govern a German state for the first time in its short history. That would be significant. It would be the first time a far-right party has governed a state since World War II, and it would be profound for this country. And so at the moment, the people that are leading those election campaigns, they're being treated like stars in here, with the co-leader, Tino Kropala, saying that they are the hope for this party.
We should mention the date chosen by the AfD for its national convention this weekend is also drawing criticism. Tell us more about that.
That's right. We're in Erfurt, Thuringia, and 100 years ago in nearby Weimar, Adolf Hitler managed to rally the NSDAP party that had been fractured until that point, and on that day they founded the Hitler Youth, and historians have criticised the choice of date that the AfD chose and the location for this national meeting. The AfD has rejected the comparisons and any insinuation that the date and the location was chosen with that date in mind. And historians say, this is the AfD kind of playing the symbol dog whistle politics there, where they pretend that it's completely innocent, but the message is heard loud and clear by that group of voters that really do have far-right views.
Outside to Paul now. Paul, we've already seen some clashes between protesters and police. What's it like outside the convention center right now?
Well, you can potentially hear still a little bit behind me. They were just playing a little music again, but it's just about 50 or maximum 100 protesters left, because the official gathering that was registered here, that is over. It's been over for maybe half an hour, 2-3 hours ago. We had thousands of people still here, but what's left of it are a couple of people who are still celebrating a bit. But it's very calm, and it's been calm throughout the whole day. It was very crowded, of course, a lot of people, up to 30,000 people according to the police, but most of the protests have been calm.
I assume that you went and talked to some of those people when you had a larger sample size. What have demonstrators been telling you about why they're there?
Yeah, I mean, there's a wide range of people. I spoke to people of different age groups, of different probably political orientations, but all of them said that they were scared of the AfD possibly coming into power later this year, and all of them said that they see it as their duty to act now. Of course, some people try to prevent the party conference from happening, as we've heard. That didn't happen, and probably a lot of people thought, or the organizers thought, that this was unfortunate from their point of view. But most of the people here, they just wanted to show a sign anyways, wanted to be here and show presence more than voting, more than being of different political opinion, and they thought that they've reached that goal today.
Got it. Really appreciate it, gentlemen. That's DW's Paul Yeager and Matthew Moore reporting from Erfurt.